So today we're going to be working on a Pioneer SX-828 from 1972. What do you say about this? It's a nice device, but age is getting to it. I already replaced the power switch and speaker selector. That's fine. Now it's time to address the preamp board, which is double-sided from 1972. So the word of the day here is going to be patience, making sure that we heat everything evenly with the soldering iron. You're going to use the best solder wick that you can find. I unfortunately have shit solder wick, so I have to be extra careful. And yeah, we're going to go from there. The Tape 2 switch also has to be replaced, but I have to order that from eBay. Right now, we're just listening to the power amp section. There's barely any signal passing through the preamp right now because there are so many bad, as some people call them, capzistors, because they have failed, and some of them have probably failed closed because they are of the Sanyo Robinson Blu-ray. So let's go forth and see what we can do here. Alright, so we are midway through the recapping right now of the 828 preamp board. You really have to take your sweet time with this for a multitude of reasons. I've only gotten a few caps done so far just because the methods behind making this all work with a double-sided board are a little bit different from a single-sided. Alright, so quite some time later, the preamp is done, and we have a bunch of caps that came out. Some of them had failed fully open, or sorry, fully closed rather, and had become highly resistive. So we have jumpers here because the Tape 2 switch is broken internally, and I have to address that next. But it's working. Alright, so moving right along here, a little bit of a fast forward moment. I've removed the previous switch that had failed. Contacted the customer, they just want to bypass it completely and delete the switch, so going to be doing that right now. Just thought I would post this for reference. This is what happens after, many different attempts to lubricate with, I guess, dielectric grease and other chemicals. So the plastic trunnion had completely disintegrated, so I don't really have the time to 3D print something right now. I mean, it's possible to fix this, but it would be just crazy time. So we're going to delete the switch, and if the customer wants to do it in the future, that remains completely possible. So let's get to it and copy the logic of the switch and install those jumpers. Back to the SX-828. Now we have the jumpers installed, so tape monitor 2 is semi-permanently off. Let's see what the jumpers look like. They're kind of cute little guys in there. And yeah, let's give this a test. I gotta connect the phone as an audio source, and let's go from there. All right, it's been a long day. It's raining out now, which is pretty cozy. Just moving along with the 828. I'm just having some thoughts here. You know, is this 828 going to be perfect? No. It is a repair and not a full restoration, and that's what the customer specified. So voltages on the regulated power supply are within range of what they should be. There's no oscillation going on, so you know it's not going to be a daily driver for this person. It's something that they happen to love, and they just wanted to get it back to the point where it turns on and plays music for, you know, let's say an hour, and then goes back into slumber. So yeah, we did the power switch, rotary power switch, and speaker selector. Full recap of the preamp. It's going to be a little tricky to show this because I have to be very careful with the wire wraps. But full recap of the, you know, early style double-sided PCB. We have the jumpers installed for the switch. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. So, all right, let's button this up. I have to install some speaker connectors on the back to convert it to something more modern, and we'll be done. Cool. Let's give the multiplex muting a test here. Nice. Nice strong signal. Of course, we're using a FM transmitter. Cool, I don't have to do any adjustment of the tuner. Let's continue to put this back together. Alright, and before I put the bottom on, that took a little while. This is the rotary power switch and speaker selector that the customer brought in, you know, fully assimilated. Cool. All right, and just for reference, this will be the before of the, I can't remember what I think they're called Jones connectors, that we're going to remove 2 of the 3 gangs of these connectors here, and upgrade them to banana plugs that the customer supplied. All right, we are really close. We've got the proper speaker connectors installed. Just got to do the grounds on the first bank. Spacing came out really nicely. Yeah, happen to have the right hardware so that everything fit. And just doing a little wire dressing right now to make sure that everything is how it should be. So just got to add the grounds, and we'll be, well, not done, but we'll be very close to done. All right, speaker connectors are done. I want to go to bed. Let's put this together and get done with it.
feel.
Curve, the equity market finished mixed, although
Right back.
Looking from the window above, it's like a story of love. Can you hear me? Came back only yesterday.